Very good morning. Today we are going to see about the functions. How this function works in Python. So in the last videos or the last classes we have seen the different types of data types that is supported in Python, and the control structures if else, nested if, ladder, and for loop and while loop. So these are all the different control structures that can have a control over any programming languages. Even that we have seen how it works with Python. And today we are going to see how the function works in Python. Normally in any programming languages we know how these function works. The three things are very important in any programming language when we are considering about the function. First one is function declaration, and second function definition and function call. So this function call and function definition may keep differing. Okay, in any main function normally we'll have that call, the function call in the main function. So the function declaration, normally what we do before the main function, that is in the preprocessor directive area, we'll have a declaration. Then we'll have the main function, and the function call should be in the main function alone. That is very important. And even next to that main function we can have a function definition. This is a normal structure of any programming language, but in Python it's slightly different. We don't need that function declaration, but directly we can go for the function definition and the function call. Okay, let's dive. So how a function can be done. So the function definition should always start with a keyword def. That is very important. That is a keyword, and it should be followed with the name of the function. So what name we can have? Maybe hello. So it is user defined. That is very important, and along with the curly braces. So I mean the parenthesis, not curly braces, I'm sorry. That parenthesis is very important, only which defines that hello is a function, the name of the function, and it should be followed with colon. That is very important. The indentation is very important for Python. So now I'm going to print something, maybe say good morning. Oh yeah, so here come, then you can print something else, maybe say hello, anything, fine. This is very simple. So now what we can do is just I'm simply running this function. So what is happening? The function is ready. I have defined the function here, but I couldn't see any output here. The process finished with exit code 0. I couldn't print anything because I'm missing with a function call. That is very important. Yes. So once I call the function, it keeps printing. So this is the structure of defining and calling a function. So second one, this is the function call, and this is the function definition. This flow has to be followed very strictly. Whenever we are using function, that function has to be defined first. That is very important, and followingly that function may be followed with the sequence of instructions that to be followed, and at the end of the defining the function, that function call is very important. These two things are very much essential, which has to be followed in defining functions in Python. So it's a simple way of using function. So as I said previously, the main reason for going for function in any programming language is reusability. As many times as possible as we need, we can use that function. Look here. So I'm assuming the hello for the second time. Yes, it prints twice. Okay, fine. So this is a simple way of defining function. So let me show you the another way of defining function with the simple traditional example of defining what I mean, the addition of two numbers. So let me define a function with a name. I mean the function name add. Yeah, sorry, I'm wrong with the symbol. It is semicolon, so it should be colon. Okay, fine. So I'm defining it. So what sort of definition? Here we should consider when you are working with functions, in the sense you're going to make some addition or subtraction or anything, we need that argument. That argument should be defined very clearly. The number of arguments should be defined very clearly. That is very important. And what am I gonna do with that argument? Okay, say like z equal to x plus y. Okay, I'm sorry, that indentation is very important. And return, that function should return the value. That's very important. Yes, so now that I have returned the z value. Then what I'm gonna do, say a equal to mn, the int of, I'm going to get the user input mn, enter the value for a, right? The same thing with b equal to int and the input of mn, enter the value of b, right? Yes, and now here I can have the function call. That function call is very important. All right, so what is the name of the function? And function call, yes, comma a comma b. Where is it? Good. Function call is very important, and I have to print the value. So what I'm doing, so print, what should I print here? So what I can do here is maybe c. Okay, yeah, actually I don't have any variable here, so rather I can assign this add function to the print. Okay, that's all. So now we have defined a function, the function call, everything is okay with that. Let's run the code. It prints to write the hello function, and it's asking for the input of a and I'm b. Okay, see, have got the output c. So this is how we can make addition of two numbers using function. This arguments should be very important. Okay, and let me show you another thing. See, look here, you can have this definition at the last. Let's see how it works. Yeah, let's see how it works. If we run this again, it asks for the input 10 space and 20. Sorry, can you understand? Can you understand the problem? Yeah. So what I want to make it very clear here is this definition should be done first. Yeah, that function definition is very important. That should be done first. If at all, it will show you an error, a traceback error. I mean, it says here the name add is not defined. Yeah, that should be strictly followed. Whenever we are using function, that function has to be defined first with the keyword def, and a name of the function. That function can be with or without arguments. That depends on the usage. This has to be followed very strictly. Okay guys, so I have shown you a simple example of how function can be used. So maybe we'll see the types of arguments. We have different types of arguments in the function. That we'll see in the next one. Thank you.